Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be working on the wrists. So this will be a short flow designed to help you strengthen and move those wrists. So let's start in a tabletop position. Really finding your foundation here, spreading the fingers wide and allowing the wrists to be underneath the shoulders. Let's take a moment here to check in with the spine and bring the belly button towards the spine, letting the spine be in neutral. You might like to close down your eyes here or rest your gaze between your hands. See if you can connect into your fingers resting on the ground. As you press the ground away from you, can you feel this connection with your shoulders and your elbows? Can you notice the musculature at the shoulders that begins to run down the side of the body? And as you connect to your breath, can you send your breath down this chain through the side body, the shoulders, the elbows, and into the hands? Let's take 3 more breaths like this. Really nice. So opening your eyes and beginning to move some weight forwards as you inhale, like you're trying to peek over your mat, and then exhale, come back. So your hips will move as well. I'm moving super slowly here, so not rushing through this action. Noticing if you're clenching anywhere in the face or any other muscles. Really nice. One more time. Gently bring the wrists and shoulders back in line. And then turn the palms of the hands to face outwards this time. So this time we'll be moving from side to side. Again, super slowly. Check that you're not locking out your elbows. And keep the fingers spread nice and wide. So an option to stay right here, moving like this. Or you could see if you could face both of the hands backwards. If this feels like too much, then come back to the first position. You may even like to begin to sit your hips down and find a deeper stretch, but work with what feels good for your body. This may not feel good at all on your wrists. Really nice, and then releasing. Taking a breath out, sitting the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Gently breathing in and coming back to tabletop position. Let's take an inhalation to drop the belly. And exhalation to round the spine. Pressing through the hands 2 more times. Inhaling, drop the belly. Notice how the wrists feel. Exhaling, round the spine. Press into the fingertips as well as the wrists. One more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Really nice. Let's come back into a neutral spine. And an option to come into a full plank here, or to keep your knees on the earth in half plank. Wherever you are, make sure the elbows are slightly bent and you are pressing through all 10 fingers as well as the wrists. Kick the heels away and the crown of the head forwards, and see if you can breathe here. Let's take 2 more smooth breaths. You can always drop the knees if you need to. Really nice. Take an exhalation, bring the knees back down. Sit your hips towards your heels. Take a breath. On an inhalation, pressing through the hands to come forwards. Tucking your toes and lifting up, pressing slowly as you can into downward facing dog. Keep your knees nice and bent. And then we're really going to check in with the hands here in this downward facing dog. So often we have a tendency to press through the wrists. So see if you can press, especially through your index finger and your thumb here, feeling that connection with the mat, and this will alleviate some pressure on the wrist. By pressing through the hands, we can externally rotate the shoulders and the armpits. So imagine you're trying to turn your armpits to face each other. Press again and lift your hips that little bit higher, maybe by bending your knees a little bit more and pushing your pelvis back. In this position, take 3 more deep breaths. Long inhales and long exhales. Really nice. Let's take an inhalation and walk our feet towards our hands. Bring our feet out wide and sit our hips down into a squatting pose. So you may like to support underneath your heels here. Or you may like to bring the heels all the way to the earth. So let's bring the backs of our hands together and gently sway. Notice how this feels in your wrists. Let's circle the wrists really slowly, finding those points to move. And then circle the other way. Create fists with your hands, and then really quickly pump your fists. Stay with your breath as you do this. 1 more breath. And then releasing, really nice. So you are welcome to stay exactly where you are. We're going to have a little play with our crow pose. So bring your hands onto the earth, and this might be as far as you get today. Hands are resting directly underneath the shoulders, and that really beautiful finger spread wide position again. Press the earth away from you and feel that action in your shoulders again. From here, you can stay exactly where you are, or you can begin to lift up your hips, bend your elbows, and see if you can place your knees towards your elbows. Again, you are welcome to stay here. Look a little bit more forwards than you think you should. An option here to lift one foot. Wherever you are, stay with your breath. Place that foot back down, and then lift the other foot, still pressing the ground away from you. Really nice. Let's come back into our squatting pose wherever you are. Take a moment here. Option to bring the hands into your heart center. We'll have 1 more play, or you're welcome to come and sit down on your mat. Let's spread the fingers wide, bend the elbows to make a shelf. Bring the knees to the backs of the elbows, press the earth away. Option this time to lift both feet off of the floor. Press the ground, lift your hips, and then come back down when you're ready. Really nice. Let's come and sit on the earth in any position that feels comfortable. Again, bring your hands into your heart center and then bring the backs of the hands together. Take a moment to roll through the wrists. Let's take a breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands through the heart center, closing down the eyes. Feel this connection palm to palm with yourself. Bring your awareness to your wrists, the gateway to your palms. Notice any sensations, any tingling that you feel in this area. Notice how your body and mind feel. Take as much time as you need to rest. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.